Hello everyone. Earlier we have done with classification of polymers. We have started with source, then structure, then we have done with the types of the mode of polymerization reaction so involved. Then fourth is intermolecular forces of attraction. So four bases we have done with. In today's lecture we will start with new basis for classification. That is the fifth one, and that is nothing but classification based on the type of monomer unit so involved. So fifth basis for classification, that is classification of polymer based on monomer unit involved. Okay, so on that basis there are two types of polymers. One is called as homopolymer. We will write as a homopolymer, and second type it is so called as copolymer. Okay, so first we will start with homopolymer. So what is homopolymer? When polymer is prepared from only one type of monomer unit, then the resulting polymer is called as homopolymer. So in that we will write only one type of monomer unit is involved. Okay, so while preparing notes you will write this title as classification of polymer based on the monomer unit. Next to that you will write there are two types, homopolymer and copolymer. And then you will start writing homopolymer. So while describing homopolymer, you will write homopolymer, where the first point is only one type of monomer unit is involved. So it is prepared from only single monomer. Second point is sometimes two different type of monomer unit are taken. They are allowed to undergo condensation reaction, and after condensation whatever unit is obtained, that will act as a monomer unit. Okay. So first point you will write only one type of monomer unit is involved. In second point you will write sometimes two different monomer units are taken. They are allowed to undergo condensation reaction, and after carrying out condensation reaction, the monomer unit so formed that is allowed to undergo polymerization. So all that type is come under a category homopolymer. So second type you will write, or second point you will write, sometimes two monomers are allowed to undergo condensation reaction, and resulting unit will act as monomer. Okay, so the best example for this is nothing but PP, it's a polypropylene, PE, it's a polyethylene, then nylon 6, nylon 66, and polyacrylonitrile. So all those examples comes under category homopolymer. So for example, we will take the polyacrylonitrile. Write monomer for that acrylonitrile. Acrylonitrile is this CH2 double bond CH, and there is nitrile unit. So this is called acrylonitrile. Okay, we will take n moles of this. This acrylonitrile is allowed to undergo polymerization. Okay, so we will take this. Now whenever this unit is allowed to undergo polymerization, what will happen? The double bond so present between them, it will provide you no site of attachment, and that's why it become this CH2, okay, this CN, this CH as it is, and this CN, that is this CN, okay, and we will write this, okay. So this is a repeating unit, okay, this is repeating unit, and this is allowed to undergo polymerization. Therefore same unit we will write, okay, it's CH2, write this as CH2, then this is CH, this is CN, and N we will write. And therefore the resulting is polyacrylonitrile. Okay, so this is so called as resulting polymer, polyacrylonitrile. So this is example for homopolymer. So we have done with homopolymer. What you are supposed to write? First point, it is prepared from only one type of monomer unit. Second point, you will write sometimes two monomer units are allowed to undergo condensation, and after condensation whatever the resulting unit is there, that will act as a monomer. Example for this is polypropylene, polyethylene, nylon 6, nylon 66 and nylon polyacrylonitrile. Okay, example, this is acrylonitrile. Okay, this is acrylonitrile, allowed to undergo polymerization. It will give you the repeating unit, and this is the resulting polymer. So there we have done with homopolymer. The second type we will start with, that is nothing but copolymer. So let's start with B type, which is nothing but copolymer. So let's start with second type, that is copolymer. Copolymer. So in that case, as we have seen in homopolymer, there is only one unit involved. In copolymer, more than one monomer unit are involved. So if more than one monomer unit is involved, so point you will write more than one monomer unit if involved, then the resulting polymer is called as copolymer. So the point you are supposed to write in copolymer is when more than one monomer unit is involved, resulting polymer is called as copolymer. Example for this is Buna S and Buna N. Okay, where Buna is nothing but butadiene styrene unit and butadiene and acrylonitrile unit. So Buna S is nothing but butadiene and styrene. So this is CH2, CH, CH, double bond CH2. So what is this? It's a 1,3-butadiene unit is taken. It's first, second and third. So at this position, double bond must be there. Okay, here 1, 2, 3, 4. This is first, second, third and fourth. Right? So it's 1,3-butadiene unit is taken. Then okay, 1,3-butadiene. Then we will write styrene. What is structure for styrene? So this is structure for styrene. It's CH2, double bond CH and the benzene ring. So this is nothing but styrene. S-T-Y-R-E-N-E. What will happen? See, this is allowed to undergo polymerization. So addition reaction it will undergo. Okay. Why it is so? Because there is double bond involved here. Okay. So what will happen? See, the double bond between first and second position will goes to second and third. So this type of shifting is there. Then the double bond between third and fourth position goes to this position, and it will give you no new site of attachment, and that's why there is CH2 will join. Next to that, the double bonds are present over there. Then again shift to next position and will give you further site of attachment. So whenever 1,3-butadiene reacts with styrene, the resulting polymer is Buna S, that is SBr rubber. So see the final product, this CH2 as it is, and out of double bond, now only one bond will be there, that is CH. Okay, CH. Next to that again forthcoming CH, that is this CH. Then only single bond, therefore only single bond. Then CH2, that is this CH2. Then newly formed bond, that is this. Okay, this is newly formed bond. Then CH2 unit, that is this CH2. Again out of double bond only one bond will be remain over here. Then this benzene ring, right? And next to that whatever the bond, newly bond, shifted bond is there, that results into newly formed bond. Okay. And this is nothing but SBr, that is styrene, butadiene rubber. Okay, so that is example for copolymer. Clear? So that refers to two types. One is nothing but homopolymer, second is nothing but copolymer. While writing copolymer, you will write there is more than one monomer unit are involved. Therefore, the polymer is so called as copolymer. Example is Buna S and Buna N. And I have written example for Buna S. So this is 1,3-butadiene plus styrene polymerization reaction, and it will give you this long chain polymer, which is nothing but SBr. Okay, so that is fifth basis for classification. Now the last basis for classification, that is nothing but biodegradable nature. So next, sixth one is nothing but biodegradable nature. Okay, so sixth one, write down classification of polymer based on biodegradability. Okay, so depending upon biodegradability, there are two types of polymer. One is called as biodegradable, and second is called as non-biodegradable. Okay, so what do you write in biodegradable? The polymer which is attacked by the microbes or which degrade on their own after its use, that polymer is called as biodegradable polymer. Okay, whereas in non-biodegradable you will write the polymer which is not affected by the microbes and it remains as it is over years and years, that polymer is so called as non-biodegradable polymer. Next point you will write, in earlier years whatever polymer so produced was non-biodegradable and that's why it posed pollution problem. Thus, there is a need to produce biodegradable polymer, and therefore scientists now they are developing the biodegradable polymer which is degrading on its own. Okay, so that refers to two types. One, it refers to non-biodegradable, and second, it refers to biodegradable. So with this, there are 6 bases for classification we have completed. In next topic, we will start with some important polymers. Okay, so there may be natural rubber, there may be some synthetic polymers, there are some biodegradable polymer as well. So we will see their properties, their application part. So with this, we conclude the classification of polymer. Thank you. So as we have seen that there are total 6 bases for classification. Okay, first, on basis of source, polymers are classified into 3 types. First is natural, then synthetic and semi-synthetic. On basis of structure, they are classified into 3 types again. One is linear, second is branch, third is cross-linked. Then the third basis for classification is nothing but on type of or mode of polymerization reaction. They are classified into 3 types as addition polymerization or addition polymers, condensation polymers and ring opening polymers. Then on basis of fourth one, that is intermolecular forces, there are again 4 types, that is elastomer, fiber, thermo-softening polymer and thermosetting polymer. Then the fifth basis for classification is nothing but type of monomer unit involved. There are 2 types, one is homopolymer, second is copolymer, and the last basis for classification, that is biodegradable nature, and on basis of that there are 2 types of polymer, one is biodegradable polymer and the last one is non-biodegradable polymer. So this is just a revision part as far as the earlier all lectures are concerned. In next topic we will start with some important polymers. Thank you.